Hey everyone, it's 1205 here, and it's time for my epic solo Dagonoth Rex guide. So, with that being said, let's get right down to business. Some of the good drops that Dagonoth Rex have are the Berserker Rings, the Warrior Rings, and the Dragon Hatchet. They, some of the miscellaneous drops that are kind of good, you're like, ooh, oh, no, nothing good, is the Rock Shell Plate Body and the Plate Legs. You're like, yay, not really. So some of the requirements for this is you must have at least started the framework trials. You must have at least 55 Slayer, 50 Magic, 37 Prayer, 50 Defense, 75 Attack, and 68 Summoning. I highly recommend that you guys have at least 80 Defense and Magic, 70 Prayer, 88 Summoning. Player-owned house in Relica is really helpful for this. And just a little bonus side is, as a first resort quest, to use the spas. So, Dagonoth Rex, his combat level is 303. He has a total of 2,550 life points. His Slayer EXP would be 331.4. His max hit is 280. It's usually around 180 to about 220 or so. He attacks with melee. His weakness is mage. So range won't work at all. Melee won't work at all unless you're using a Belmong, but it is highly useless almost. Pretty much from here on, I'm going to be doing the spas. So I head my spirit tree and I teleport to mobilizing armies. You can also teleport to mobilizing armies using a dueling ring. So just in case you haven't done the quest for the spirit trees, but I think you should have. From the spirit tree, you want to run all the way east to Uglog for the spas, and I'll just cut this little video out, and I'll meet you there. Also note that you can charter a boat here from any of the other ports. So if you're in Catherby or Port Sarum or something like that, and you want to just head here, you can take a boat. It shouldn't cost more than 2,000 GPs. Alright, once you're done, finish running east from mobilizing armies, or west from your charter ship, you're going to want to come up here to this sulfur spring. It's going to boost your prayer up by about 10 points, and it'll stay there until you use it, which is a really nice thing, so you can always have the extra 10 prayer points. You're going to come east here up to this blue pool. It's called the saltwater spring. It will grant you infinite run for 15 minutes, depending on your agility level. The higher it is, the longer it lasts. Over here at this turquoise or greenish kind of sag pool, it's called the thermal bath. It'll boost your health points up by about a brew. So you'll be sitting around like 1164 or something like that. It does run out over time, so it's best to use those two just before you're about to leave. Okay guys, this is my yak setup here. As you can see, my yak is pretty much just full of sharks, 2 uni pouches, uni scrolls, and a anti-poison plus plus. My inventory, pretty much the same as what I have on my guide on forums, just fire surges, brews. I bring the extreme strength and attack, the 1 doses just so I can use my Balmung at the very beginning. It just quickens up the kill. So Vecna Skull is to boost my mage, even though you really don't need it. It's just I have the space, and same with the Rocktails, I had the space. You can substitute that for anything. And my gear that I'm wearing right now is just Guthins and normal stuff. I have the Vampirism aura going on here. I'm using my Ellie because I have one. If I did not have an Ellie, I would be using a Blessed Spirit Shield, or a Dragonfire Shield, or a Zami book, or just something that would help you out. My ring is a Seer's Ring Eye. I was going to use my Onyx ring, but I never used my Seer's Ring Eye, so I decided to finally use it. Other than that, that's pretty much my yak setup. I'll get working on my other one right now. Alright, so this is going to be my Claws of Guthix setup. It's pretty much exactly the same. You're just missing your red cape. It's a Guthix cape now. And your soul is now a Guthix staff. Your inventory is like almost identical. You just have an extra Rocktail in there because there are no death runes for your Fire Surge. Okay, this is the Slayer Dart setup. It's pretty much exactly the same as your Fire Surge. Just your inventory looks a little different because you only need 2 spots for runes. So I just added in an extra 2 brews, 1 restore, and a rocktail. That's pretty much it. For the rest of the setups, it's all going to be through Fire Surge. Laws of Gothics, and then Slayer Dart, they cost less amount of runes, so you just add in more food or whatever you feel comfortable taking. This setup is my Titan setup. As you can see, 3 Fire Titan pouches. I only have 1 scroll here. I recommend about 300 scrolls, and that should last you quite a while. Okay, for the Tortoise setup, you're going to want around 15 sharks in your Tortoise. 2 Tortoise pouches and a anti-poison ++. You probably won't use your 3rd Tortoise pouch, but it's just safe to have in case you don't get hit much. And for the inventory, it's pretty much the same. 6 brews, 5 restores, 5 sharks, yada yada yada. For the unicorn setup, you got 4 unicorns, 350 plus scrolls, 4 anti-poison ++, 5 brews, 4 restores. Again, with the rocktails here, it's just extra space I had, so I decided to bring rocktails. Bring whatever you want. If you want to put 2 party hats in there, put 2 party hats in there. Doesn't matter. It's just extra space. And for your bunyip, it's exactly the same as your unicorn one. Just take those unicorn pouches out and add in bunyips. You got about 5 of them. Should last you the trip. Again, rocktails, just extra space. Bring whatever you feel you need. Alright guys, so once you finally found your setup, what you're going to use, you want to run north here. And you're going to want to come up to the saltwater spring. You're going to want to use your saltwater spring to get your little infinite run, which is well worth it. Over. Some guy doing the quest. Killer code. Wow, man, I'm really lagging for some reason. You're going to head over here to the thermal bath here and grab your hefty boost to your health points, which is really nice. And I got my friend to help me for this video, but if you do not have someone to help you get through the doors, go to Bursting Lobs CC and they'll help you out. You just say a post, need a door partner, blah 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 blah, and they'll help you out. So what you want to do is you're going to want to teleport to your house if you have it in Relica, or if you have a Relica teleport. Alrighty guys, so if you can't teleport to Relica from your house, you can teleport to Camelot, which will send you here. Or if you've done your tasks, you can get it changed so it teleports you to the center of Camelot. But it doesn't really matter to me where my teleport is because I never use it. So pretty much there's the bank right there. You just want to run north and just follow this pathway. And again, I'm not in my gear because I sold my Guthans right now, and I totally forgot I had to do this. So that's why I'm doing it right now. You're going to want to, once you get the fork, you're going to want to run west. Over the bridge. Screw the little trolls underneath. They don't bother me. They hide, that's why there's none there when I come past. And just continue following along it so you can head up north. There's a musician right here, so if you need to charge your run, you may. Right here, you can sit down and listen to this guy. You're going to want to continue north, and you're going to want to head over this bridge. And you should be entering Relica right now. House portal should just be right up here. That's pretty much how you get here from Camelot. It's a little bit of a run. It's a lot better if you have the teleport here, just because, you know, you don't have to do all that run and it saves you 2 or 3 minutes of running. So that being said, just get ready for the next part.